Getting some tile put on the walls. Cultured stone. That door is going to be a new frame anyways, but we'll see. I'm planning to change the door, but I'm planning to, instead of having too many bars here, well, this one's not so bad. The front door, this one's going to be a closed door, but like I said before, the front door, I'm going to cut this out. Cut the squares out. So it'll just be a square here and a bar here. So this is the guy putting the stones.
You first change the door. This week the front is done.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, sounds good. And we're just gonna go see the. It's actually Surrey new and used. They have new stuff and old stuff at okay price. There's some doors have slight defects, right? But sometimes they're not so bad. You can still save. Well, it's not just trying to save money. What it is you can't get doors right now. They're like 6 weeks away on, like, say, Home Depot or certain places, right? So I'm on time crunch. The door I picked out is actually pretty nice. I need to get the painter to paint all the ceilings right away. This guy said he's done here. So I don't know. The drywall guy said he's done. So I'll have to get some vacuuming done right away. Vacuuming ledges, everything. Right? But this doesn't matter here. Cabinets are here, so the wall doesn't matter. I have to pay me $800 extra for what? A few things. He's got a few little marks here. Like, I don't know what that. I don't think he's done because there's still unfinished marks in the walls. Lights are off again. The hell's the lights aren't working? There's. Well, I'm not expecting a 100% job, as long as it's better than the last guy, put it that way. So remember, this was all cut before. Sure, there's well, that's not so bad because of things like that. So maybe patched a few things in. It was wavy here before. He wants money, the guy, right away, so I gotta go to the bank and get a bank draft. But I have to at least examine it a little bit. Because sometimes a painter will do some touch-ups, but they're not gonna do everything. They're gonna charge you money otherwise, right? But there is some touch-ups. See, the guy's kind of screwed up. He should have stuck a corner bead here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a trim here, and trim around it, seal it with wood. It'd probably be better, it won't get moldy, right? So that's okay, I'm not too worried about that, but originally it was drywall. Garage still needs to have work done, but I can't get in the garage. You got a car in there and a couple things, so that'll have to stay. Oh, it's a furnace switch. There's a hole here they patched. It feels totally wavy here, like you can see it. Right, it is a furnace room, but we'll see. I told the guy, just trench it. I want 3 lights here. Now he says, I'll put blah blah blah. These guys, I want to put a surface mount or something in there. This door frame's gonna come out. So there might be a little damage to the drywall, but then we can always finish it with wood, maybe. There's not much distance there. Maybe I'll take it off from the outside, cut it out from the outside and push it in and leave the drywall, maybe. Not sure if it'll work or not. All those sockets, everything gets changed. Be upgraded. He said X is here, but did he patch it? I don't know what the hell the guy did. that's. I just don't know how much a painter will do. I know they do a little bit of touch up too, but they may not do very much. Pot light there. See, remember, I'm contractor too, kind of thing, right? So if I hired a contractor, it costs a fortune. Costs quite a bit more, you know what I'm saying? They want 100,000 just for being a contractor. That's how they play the game. So I did the other property, contracted myself. So they took the bare roads. Well, we did it, but I don't know why the guy didn't. He could have just, you know, why did he just try to finish that? And ask the guy, because they're there, boom, 2 seconds done. I told the guy that should have been touched up. And there's something leaking here too. It's leaking up here or something. Yeah, this tap is leaking right there. See, it's the problem. It's already leaking. Yeah. That's why it's wet there. Knew something's going on there. Faulty tap. So the furnace guy, I'll show you the furnace in a second. He's including all the furnace vents too. Everything. This is what I framed in. Remember I framed it in? I told the guy, I want like picture framed here nicely, and I just put a door here. Why would I want it? I'm not frame this in, come on. So I'll get my cabinet guy, make a nice door, but same as the cabinets. And if it's shut off, the door will stay open, but there's a couple shut offs here and here, right? So a little bit of, maybe a little bit of sanding up there. But it looks good, huh? And I was gonna hire a carpenter, but last time he carpentered the other property, and actually charged a lot of money, but he used all my lumber. He's supposed to use lumber in his price. I said, if you need a couple pieces, not my whole yard. So it looked like it was all just crappy 2x4s in the wall, which I didn't like. I'm paying like $14,000 to do to roughen the basement. That's a lot of money, and he's using my lumber, right? So, well, not all my lumber, but you know what I'm saying. The wall doesn't matter because the cabinets come right to here somewhere. I don't know what they're gonna do here. Cabinets probably like this. See how I extended that wall? See how much difference it is? So I could have just been cheap and left it. No, I want to have it uniform. All the gaps have been fixed around the window. Oh, there's a big gap here. He told me to put plywood here. I'm not putting plywood here. Just put double drywall. You have to kind of tell these guys how to do stuff because they want to cut corners and not do it. So I'm not gonna, I'm paying, okay, this guy was reasonable. But he did charge me $800 extra. For extras, but it wasn't really much extras, but there was some, he actually sprayed this. Yeah, he did, see that? So this guy was good, because this was, remember that was a sprayed ceiling, and he actually matched it not too bad. So I'm happy about that. So that's okay. So a little bit extra here and there is okay. I told the guy, don't worry, if there's a little bit extras involved. It's almost like this side curves up, but I don't know, whatever. Better than having no window, right? And then here, the guy unclogged, that's unclogged. So the water runs now. You have to put high pressure in there. High pressure you put in there. So, but we changed the plan here now. We're gonna actually put the upstairs French doors in here. I'll show you after. Instead of making a 36-inch door, my daughter wants a bigger door. Then she'll have a vanity here. Double sink vanity kind of thing. I'm leaving this here, but I can maybe get a tall guy. See, there's a crack here and a little crack there, but maybe I'll just silicone it for now. Because I don't know how long my daughter's gonna live here. If she said, oh, I've been living here for 10 years, then I would redo the whole thing. Same with my kid. He says, well, I might be moving to Montreal. Same, my daughter's talking about moving to Montreal and for work or stuff. So if they do that, then no point putting money in here, because I'll just, if I rent something out, they're gonna destroy it anyways, if I rent. So that tap's gonna be addressed, but it's outside. See, I just don't know why these guys make everything so small, see? Well, they'll just cut this here, pull it out, redo it, but this tap is leaking here, which is better than being in a wall. See, I would have ripped this out completely, but it's actually a nice deep tub. Tub is deep, right? I'll put the shower thing back. He said up here I'd probably have to silicone that just because I couldn't get it all. He said, just silicone that. They did a pretty good job actually. But the last guy I hired, he took a small, almost like a sponge sander, and he sanded the corner like this, and all you saw is a line of a sponge line. Say it's a 3-inch, say 4-inch line groove throughout the house. See, I don't care about texture too much, so I'm not gonna even take it apart. So basically, I'm gonna do nothing here except they're gonna put the pot lights will be, that will be a ceiling fan with the lights, remote controlled, and pot lights here. That will be changed, 2 pot lights will be changed above there. I'm talking to a fireplace guy, if I can change the insert, or take the logs out or something, rebuild it or clean it, whatever, I'm gonna leave it. Or if I get something really good, a good electric one, I still may rip that out. It's in the air, we don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I don't mind, it's older, but it doesn't take much to do a small Reno down the road if I had to. So I framed this in, and that's exactly what I wanted. Just like this. Nothing fancy, throw a little paint in there. Maybe I'll just throw a little trim down there to hide that crack, but a little bit of storage space. Otherwise, imagine this not being used. So not a waste. Might as well use it. There's not a lot of storage. My house has so much storage. This house is about 1,500 square feet bigger. Doesn't make sense. So they changed this here. That's new. Part of the air conditioning. So we'll check out the furnace quickly. There's the furnace, is Goodman, and that's a Ream or something. 60 gallon US. That's the highest furnace I can get for here, the guy told me. So I don't personally know, but that's what he said. He still's got to do a few things still, I think. But anyways, so should cover the whole house, which is a good thing. See, I have lots of CDs here, but some of these CDs have, some of them are like gold. They're gold plated CDs, and they're really high-end CDs. They're like $50 CDs, so I have to go through that. I already seen these yesterday, so scrap pile. It's actually mostly metal. Yeah, gotta clean the neighborhood up. Actually met some neighbors at my garage sale. They were kind of, one guy was a rock hound, was kind of cool. He did buy a rock off me and some other stuff. But it was kind of like weird how people have hobbies, and he was really interested in looking at this big stone. It had a pyrite stringer in there, and I said, hey man, that could be gold mixed in there. You might even get you know, $100 of gold there. You never know if you grind it all up. He even agreed. So, but I said, hey, you rock hound? He said, yeah, he belongs to the Surrey rock hound They do prospecting, and they do geology and history and all that, and do outings. So it's kind of cool. So it might be a club I might join, because I'm always interested in minerals and rocks, and you know. So we talked a little bit, but he said they go on outings quite often, and then they go to meet a location, and then from there they go to another location. Usually the roads are good, and their claims off of members' claims, and so because you can't basically go on someone's claim and take minerals off there, right? If they have a claim, you could be charged, maybe, right? It's like theft. But anyways, really cool. So that's one thing I'll probably join. He also had a metal detector too, so it was kind of cool. So you meet new people, right? But anyways, I was gonna say something about video here on the garage sale. To avoid theft at a garage sale, what the biggest issue is how they steal things, like video games. They'll take the video games out of the case and they'll put it in another case. So I was wondering why would I have 8 cases that are empty of video games? We're talking about CDs, right? So the guy who brought them, he was taking the tapes out and doubling or tripling them on the ones he brought. And I told the guy $2, and he wanted to pay less than $1. I mean, it's ridiculous. So that was one scam. And another scam is women come in there. They look like foreign women, like not Caucasian women, but look like Middle Eastern or possibly East Indian, not sure. But they come in there with a bag. Then they ask you a couple stupid questions. How much is this? How much this? And then they fill their bag up, casually fill a bag up, and they leave the yard, and they come back and fill a bag up again. That's what I noticed was happening, you know. But I can't be everywhere. I mean, I'm being bugged by prices, right? And the kids say, did they pay for that? What are they taking out, like, right? Another guy came in there who brought all these aluminum wheels off of me for scrap, basically. But he was putting stuff in his car all the time. Then the kids say, hey man, you're stealing. And then he kind of freaked out, and anyways, he kind of got caught a little bit, right? But even at the end, he grabs something and goes to his car, right in plain view of you looking at him. So it's just, the scammers are out there, right? And you know, we're talking about a big garage sale, not a small garage sale like you'd see, you know, 1 or 2 tables. No, we're talking about those mega big garage sales. So that's the scams. Like I say, you know, people take stuff out, or they'll go to another area that's off limits, and they'll take better stuff. Then they'll put in their pile, but they'll put the good stuff on the bottom and the junk on top. So when you look at it, you're thinking, that's just junk, right? No, in actual fact, there's value on the bottom, but the top is junk. So that's what they do. That's another trick they do too. It's not really stealing, but in your eyes, you have to look at everything, pull stuff out, double check it, make sure it's you know. Or they'll take something out of a box and they'll throw it singly, like a guy, I don't know what he did, if he bought a camera, but 2 camera boxes were empty. But I did sell 1 camera to someone. They left the box behind. There was weird stuff people were doing there. But anyways, I mean, I could probably lost a little bit. Then also, you got to worry about family members. They start stockpiling stuff, then they start taking stuff to the car, you know, without really telling you. Like, it's not a big deal, but at least you like to know what to take him, because you're wondering, well, I had a guitar amp there, where'd it go? But my brother said, hey, oh, I just took some cheap stuff. So obviously I gotta pay him, right? So I'm thinking, oh, you didn't take nothing, okay, here's a good amount of money. Versus if I know you started to take stuff that's worth money that I could sell, I'm gonna give you less, right? So no. So he says, oh, I only took like $5 or $10 worth of stuff. But no, he's actually taking boxes of stuff that's good quality where I could make another $200. You know what I'm saying? So family members are another issue for garage sales. They're taking stuff all day long too, a lot of times, right? I'm not saying every family member will do that, but some could do that, right? But that's the kind of scams. It's a bag. You bring your bag in there, fill it up, act like you didn't buy nothing, or come up to you and say, how much is this? But they don't show you nothing in the bag. But they don't buy nothing anyways, just waste your time. You tell them $5 and they tell you $2. Well, obviously $5 is a gift already, you know, is worth more than $10, right? But no, that was the women. And then I seen some Asian kids with the family. The kids were taking stuff. I don't know what they were doing with it, but the stuff, I never sold the stuff, so the stuff disappeared. So the kids will take something and hide it or take it out to the car. You know, there's a lot of scams, so if you run garage sales, you know, you kind of have to have someone almost on the door. You know, so next time I have a big garage sale, I'm gonna have to be a little strict and get a guy at the door to check in the bag and see what's in the bags, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, sometimes I have good stuff mixed in with junk, because when I'm packing stuff in totes and boxes, it's not like, you know, I'm sorting everything out. I'm taking everything out. Sometimes one box has odds something good and it is mostly junk, but that's kind of how it is. You know, when I do demo, I put everything in a box and it sits, and then when I take the box out to sell it, it sits in a box. So ideally, watch your bag, guys bringing bags in, kids with their parents, especially if they don't speak English, so they're just hard to deal with them, and they're lifting stuff. And the guys with videotapes, or not even videotapes, right, or CDs, video game CDs, they'll go in there, take the case, put 5 CDs in there, and the rest of your case are empty. Because when I take something or find something, I check to make sure the game is there. If the game's not there, I'm not taking the item. It's because it's not worth nothing. So that's the big key thing is. Anyways, I gotta go back to my yard. I'm doing an inspection. I may show you. I feel like it could be a hoarder house. It's a 1942 house. I might take a little video there, depending. If there's nothing there, I'll take a little video. But if it's something to do with hoarding and lots of junk in there, that's a whole new video here. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so we got in here finally. The door is supposed to open, but didn't have the door open. But anyways, this is a 1944 house. There's really nothing here that I can tell at the moment, but I asked the Blvd so I could take the 2 bikes here. One's a Cannondale, but I don't know, maybe it's a cheap one. You know, it's aluminum anyways. I would say that's aluminum too. This got nice wheels actually. Anyways, so I can have the bikes, which is good. I was hoping it'd be not a rental type house, but look at this. That's your rental for you. Right there, rental. Garbage. Instead of putting it in the garbage day, do it on the porch. We'll do a tour. We'll see if there's anything left that's worthy of taking. He said the owner wants a fridge or something, but or a stove. I don't want a stove. Just take a quick look, browse. So nothing really there. Kitchen here, pretty dirty looking. Wow, imagine living like this. Tiny ceilings and no power. Look at that shower. Wow. Look at the stairs here. See asbestos flooring right there. Okay, well, no treasure down here. Just a crappy job, that's all. A couple bikes, better than nothing, I guess. Well, pretty original. Good, 10 cents. Oh, look at this crap. So they did a renovation here, but it just got so run down. Attic's up there, never know. No power, which is a bummer. It's white. They tried renovating it, huh? But obviously got run down for the renters. See how dirty everything is? Could be all new drywall maybe, you never know. You never know. Well, that's a pretty expensive stove, DCS. That's probably like a $5,000 stove, but the grills are missing. Oh, they're right here actually. Another quarter, or a quarter now. I want a couple dimes. I don't know why people do that. They leave it in little corners a lot of times. I see quite often dimes and nickels and fireplace. So, you know, disappointed. I thought it'd be an awesome place. Just so run down on the outside, I'll show you. But it's obviously a rental house. See that? You see a picture like that, you know it could be good. 1942, I think. That's an old timer right there. Okay, I just finished the inspection. 45 samples. Asbestos, insulation, some flooring, so this, a little bit of wire. Oh, look at this little thing. Squirrel. So builder said I can take those, no problem. 2 bikes, but he said don't touch the fridge, but they're all junk anyways. This is actually good here. Right here. So he had 45 samples, took a lot of samples actually. I'll take this pan here, grab my ladder. So 45 samples, quite a bit for a house like this, but got this idiot that works Vancouver, keeps fabricating more samples saying test this, test that, but look at this, first time I've ever collapsed this much. Test like black tar paper and stupid things. The guy's an idiot. I'm gonna mention his name, but everybody knows him. So I'm taking stupid samples with not even remotely asbestos just to satisfy him, because he's gonna call me back and say, oh, you missed this. So anyways, it's weird how my ladder folded. I'll lock it in a second here, but what I'll do, grab this wire. This is low-grade wire, but somebody must have worked for an electrical contractor and it was just rolled up in a corner, covered with a bunch of junk. So we've got 2 bikes for now. We'll call this done. Okay. Grab the bikes now. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.